Alright guys, got a quick and short video here for you guys. We're talking about does 2024 have a remake problem when it comes to video games? I'm normally not one to do a most anticipated video game list because you want to do those at the start of the year in January, and some of the best games haven't been announced. We may not know if they're going to be pushed back or delayed or even canceled or moved on to newer consoles, yada yada yada. So I'm typically not one to do that, but this year I've been thinking maybe this will be the year I get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or, you know, what have you. So I was scoping the landscape of new video games that are going to be coming out this year and was ultimately a little underwhelmed. There were two video games that stood out to me: Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 and Paper Mario Thousand Year Door Remake on Switch. You may notice right off the bat, these are both remakes. They're not new games. Now, if you go back and watch that most anticipated video, I did talk about two indie games in particular, Penny's Big Breakaway and The Plucky Squire. But those are more your indie style games. Where are the big AAA innovative titles? Now, I think a lot of people would be quick to point out that this is nothing new. We say this about sequels and remakes, like Hollywood's out of new ideas, and so is the gaming industry, and a lot of people look forward to remakes. I'm not saying remakes are a bad thing. I actually really enjoy the fact that Persona 3 is getting remade, Paper Mario Thousand Year Door is getting remade, and Final Fantasy VII, you know, those are the big three to me. I'm actually very excited that those games are getting remade. That's not the point. The point more so is that there's nothing bigger than that coming out, you know? Last year was the year of the sequels. Tears of the Kingdom, Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, everything felt like a sequel last year. This year, I'm waiting for a non-sequel, non-remake that really interests me and gets me excited for gaming this year. I've even heard people jokingly say that Elden Ring's DLC is going to win Game of the Year. It's also one of the reasons that I highlighted Princess Peach in my most anticipated games, because it actually looked kind of cool and kind of neat. It's not a sequel or a remake, it's just Princess Peach getting her own adventure. It looks kind of intriguing. So my question for you guys is, what are some fresh ideas, if you know what I mean, like no sequel, no remake, video games that you guys are looking forward to? Rise of the Ronin is another game that I saw after I made that video. It looks really cool. I don't know if it's supposed to be like God of War or Ghost of Tsushima or Dark Souls, but still, that game looks pretty exciting. That may be my most interested PlayStation game that's not a remake or a sequel, you know, just its own fresh idea. But also let me know, guys, is this just much to do about nothing? Is this the same problem every year? Are we going to get more original ideas as the year goes on? Are we going to start seeing more release dates pop up during the holiday season? Maybe a Switch 2 gets announced and with it comes a whole bunch of new video games. What do you guys think? Is this just going to be a boring letdown of a year, or is there going to be some cool ideas that kind of steal the show later on? Let me know down below, guys. Subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.